Alright, so hello everyone, welcome to the stream. We're going to basically just start on the line art is what the current plan is. So I feel at least somewhat confident in Kisaki and on Kokona, which surprise surprise, it's the kind of body proportions I'm used to working with. I'm gonna make adjustments to Shun, but the strategy here right now is we're just going to work out how much of her is blocked, so I don't actually have to worry about it in terms of just like visuals. Basically, it's how much of Kisaki is actually blocking her. Number one is that leg, left leg on Shun needs to move across. Basically, I think I'm just going to have to move her whole hip across so that she's more diagonal to the camera. Hello, by the way. And then I also need to work out how her ears work, because I have not worked out how Shun's ears work. I believe they're supposed to be like side sit, kind of like well, the ears are more side sit than forward, is what I understand. They're not on top of the head, they're more supposed to be on the side of the head, but I have not figured out how that works in terms of the shape. It's not forming currently in my head. So see how long that takes for me to work out. But we're gonna go ahead and just start on Kisaki's pieces, because she does effectively take up basically half the image on her own. I am considering whether to move her across a little bit so she takes up a little bit more floor space, and she's less out of the frame. But that can effectively wait. Actually, can effectively wait. That can effectively wait, because right now in my folders here, it's my rough is like one layer, so it's probably not a great idea to try and move that right about now. So we're gonna go ahead and start making the folders here. So folder for Kisaki, we're gonna just do the usual. We're gonna start from the head and work down. Most important lesson that we learned from previous project is we're not turning the head in multiple directions. We are doing a head motion, and nothing beyond that. Just the right, that feels a little thin. What about this? That still feels a little thin. What about this? That feels, I can work on that. I'm not sure to put a ruler down the middle of the horizontally through the middle of the screen as well, just so that I know roughly where the halfway points is on the canvas itself. But we'll go like head, kind of like about there. And we'll just go ahead and let me just change your color to like a red. You can be a purple, so that anything I change would just be blue on the spot. Basically, we were ooh, rock god. Once we're hit, kind of just come down like about here. My wrist doesn't work this way. We're just gonna flip this around. Right about here. Pull that into the chin. We want to pull her cheek out a fair amount here. Roll that out a bit and then pull this in. Probably to about here. I would just connect this up. Whoa, 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 don't do that. Whoa, that's a giant eraser. Pop, pop. What's happening here? Connect this up. Pop that, pop that. Pop. Can I just pop that out there? Oh, is that getting rid of my whole okay, good. I think I want this to be like a little bit higher. Like right here. do that in terms of the cheek pull here. Pop that, pop that. And I think we'll just live with this for now. That should be workable for now. Alright, then we'll go folder, face. It's just going to be usual things, so we'll just go here to go eyes. What do we want to do with the go? Lash. What else do we need to see here? Still want to go side, right? 1, 2, side lash. Bottom, top of the eyelid, brow, iris. Yep. Alright, so brow. Where is this? Go lash, side, top lid, bot lid, into the iris. Then we go raster layer, the eye white. We go U into a folder. What do we call this? We call this eyeball. And then U into all of this. Sure, why not? Into a folder. Actually, no. We'll go 1, 2 into a folder. Go lash. 1, 2 into a folder. Lid. Then we go all of this. Close that, close that, close that. U, folder, right, U, duplicate, left. Okay. So obviously her face isn't symmetrical, so we'll just be sticking a ruler down the middle and doing it that way. So this is just going to be more of me doing my best to finagle this. Really deciding if I need the umbrella back here as well. The umbrella's a bit of a nice piece. It also covers a bit of the background in a way where I don't need to deal with it, which is the main appeal point, honestly. It's just using the umbrella to kind of cover the back. It's also a very visual thing that you can see easily. So I think we'll try to position the umbrella in a way where it's behind her. I think the best way is to bring her arm out more, so her elbow up more. Just loop the arm around the umbrella, the parasol, and just have the whole thing open as a big thing behind her as a circle. I'm not too sure how to make it spin in a way where it actually looks like it's spinning. I think it's pretty much just the actual wooden support beams have to move. I think the rest of it can actually just stay still. You'll see what the ellipse interpolation can do for that part. But I'm gonna go ahead and start on these mini pieces here. We just want to go. Whoop. Tilt that a little bit. Go ahead and go whoop. I have a clear shot of her face. Not what I want to do, like the edge of her eye. Her eyes are like very slightly slanted, right? Your eyes are like very mildly slanted. We do want this as like a default position, so maybe let me just make it easier for me to look at. Just make sure I'm looking at this entirely as I'm working on it. Probably like somewhere around there, right? Like very slightly slanted. I think I should be quite thick with this part. Bring it down very slowly. We actually need a side piece here. Bring this up and over just like very slightly. We'll see this as like a more default shot here. We'll just go we want to go circular, or we just want to go more of a standard oval? That's a bit of a horrific shape. This is leading so aggressively, it's hilarious. I can work with that. So I have been thinking a little bit about like very small details that especially you can kind of see at the edge of the eye where to actually put that. I think I might actually try and decorate that into like the actual eye white layer, or maybe just like a separate layer underneath. So it's just kind of sticking out underneath and it'll just move with the eye white. It's probably the best way to do it. Because that pulls entirely below the lash during the actual modeling part, so you can still hide it with the eyes closed. So that is one idea I currently have. Probably about there. A little lower. Kind of looking more at the other little window that probably isn't showing the best on stream because I have a mouse in front of it, but I am looking at that more as a guide of what I'm doing, especially when I'm moving stuff around. Trying to make sure I am doing things in proportion. I'll deal with the old eye white later because we just want to do that in color, but go ahead and do the very slight slant again on her eye. What are we looking at right now? Let me just... Nah, feels okay though, so we'll just work with it for now. We'll go like here, and we'll just pull this out over the top of her eye. We'll kind of like flick this out and then fold this back in. Be like pretty liberal with how thick we make that part, and we'll go like that. That significantly wider. Maybe about there. I'm like eyeballing it right now, so looks fine, I think. Wait, I just did it on a brow. I did. Alright, congratulations, you're not a lash, and you can now be the brow. Alright, I actually want this to be longer. Out there. I can live with that. Alright, okay, the purple is a little... Okay, that works. That's too long. Just not cut off that right about here. Then we'll just go about what here? Okay. Should go bigger eyes. Hmm. Alright, we'll just live with that for now. Might need a bit of adjustment, but it's okay for now. Alright. Alright, how much of her hair actually ends up in front here? We don't want her hair coming down on her shoulder on the left side, the loose side, because she is leaning back, so that should just flow down onto the, at minimum, onto the thing she's resting her head on, or her back on. Probably should actually have like a head rest, shouldn't I? She's just like using the neck muscles to really lift the head up right now. Bum, 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 bum. We want more hair than what I've done so far. I do generally have like a rounder head than standard anime style. Either way, we'll go. Let's just be the front two front parts. How should we split this? There's genuine times where I wonder if I could just split the pieces a little bit more greedily. For all intents and purposes, her braid's gonna just rest on her body, so that's not gonna move. How do I audio split this? Get a little bit of flowing motion by putting 3 pits in, I guess. Don't pull this underneath and do it like this. Do I need to position the ears between the hair again? I think I do. I don't need her right ear at this angle, do I? Not really. Bu -bu -bum. Bum. So this is effectively going to be the edge of her head here. What are we calling these things? Hold up. We need an extra piece here. Could do an extra piece here if it comes down to it. Ba 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 bum ba ba bum. Ba 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 bum ba ba bum. Ba 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 bum ba ba bum. Hum hum hum. Ba 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 bum ba bum. Ba 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 bum ba bum. Ba 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 bum. Her hair's done up in some way. Ba 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 bum ba ba bum. Ba 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 bum ba ba bum. How many pieces do we want here? I think I'm going to stick this in like about here. We'll slide this in a bit deeper. Alright, right. Alright, we just settled with that one now, and then we go. I want to loosen up a strand there as well. I don't feel like I need to go into here. Not you. You, not you, you. Just make just like a much thicker piece. Definitely eyeballing this a little bit, but it feels okay. I want to zoom her out a bit. Oh no, probably just always move her down a bit. Alright, I think we need to slide in her ear, her one ear that's visible on this between her hair here, so we'll do that. Following the green here, so we just go ahead and hello there, how you doing? How do I feel about that ear? I can live with it. We're gonna lift up a little bit up to about here. Holy, what the heck is that? Oh wait. Down a bit. Down a bit. Okay, we'll live with that for now. Alright, then we want to bring the top part of her head around. Well, basically just the back bits that will be in front of the head. We specifically do want to pull a little bit of her braid in front of her head. Just to kind of cover the cheek area. So we're going to go ahead and what we want to do here, just go braid, we'll go back. We'll just go braid. So we're just going to pull in piece number 1. Actually, I could... How much do I need to split this? Okay, we'll pull this around like so. Oh, that's your razor. Pull this in. This isn't the most relevant because it's out of frame, but we'll just make sure we do that anyway, because we might push her across a little bit. We'll put the top over the top here, so we'll just go top of the head. So that we're bringing her head around. We'll just do this as like the top part here. And make sure this is connecting. Okay. We're just gonna pull it into here. Keep it tight. Well, actually, do we want to? I just leave it like that. It doesn't really matter. Just a cover piece for now. Okay, now how do we want to construct her braid here? Bum, 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 bum. I'm gonna pull it over the top here, don't I? We'll just end up being in front. It will be, right? Do we just want to do two links into the butterfly into the remainder of the hair? Alright, we'll put this in front and then put the other piece behind. So I'm going to do this a little bit weirdly. We're going to go and do a piece over the top here. Like so. Pull this over the top. Does this need to be below? Should this be a fatter piece right here? Just so that covers more of the head, the side of the head here. Should this part of the head actually be further up, actually? Should I come to like here and then pull it right in from like here? Yeah, might want to change the shape of the head a little bit. About here? Oh, let's mess with that. Where's the head? I like that for now. Why is my elbow hurting? That's very inconvenient. It just start hurting all of a sudden. We'll remove the remainder of this line. And then we're actually going to go here. And we're just going to pull this down more. Should this... Should this piece be below the head or not? I feel like it shouldn't be yet. Somewhere around there. Does actually be... we're going to do it like this, so it's going to be in front. No, it should be tucked underneath. Okay, then we're just gonna cover the bottom of this with a with the whatchamacallit, butterfly here. We just do the butterfly like right here. Okay, how much does a butterfly need to be split? It could just be one solid piece, right? I need a bottom piece here. More in. More. More in. Just. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Whoop. Bum, 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 bum. Whoa, don't do that. Do not do that. That bad. Okay, how horrific is that butterfly? Workable? Workable. Okay, we are going to, because it is, visibly have some thickness to it, so we're going to be lazy with this. We're going to do a top piece, which is where the detail is. We'll have a bottom piece, which is literally the same thing, but, it's just going to be yellow. And we thickened it by doing this. Yeah. Not too thick? That might be too thick. Pull out a bit. At the right angle? Hmm. Should just be more to the side. Yeah, good with that. Right, now how do we want to bring her hair out from below this? How do I feel about this part? I'll just leave it like that for now. Alright, okay, another lesson we've taken. Don't draw the line for the mouth too short and we need to open it later. Okay, so wide line. Wide straight line. Wider, wider. And in terms of the guide, we'll just draw a couple of guides here. We want at least one mouth that could do what? Bu- 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 bum. Hmm. That's probably enough for when you put him out this wide round, right? Hmm. Bum, 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 bum. Hmm. How do we do her body? Technically, her body can just be one gigantic piece because nothing really needs to wiggle, apart from maybe the glasses. Hmm. Hmm. Bum, bum, bum. Alright, what do we want to do with this? Really deciding how many pieces I need to do the body is more like how many pieces I need to do it into edit it nicely. mean, this arm can technically just be body. Yeah, this arm's not gonna move. Literally just have it as the actual body side, the edge, and that will help a little bit. Ba, ba, bum, ba, 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 bum, ba, bum. Ba, ba, bum. Ba, ba, bum, ba, bum, ba, ba, bum. Ba, 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 bum, ba, bum. Ba, bum, ba, ba, bum, ba, 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 bum. Ba, 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 bum, ba, ba, bum. Does your bra strap need to be up higher based on angle? That part of glasses, that shouldn't be part of glasses, right? But they have to hook around under, there wouldn't be anything there. You know what? I'm just gonna draw this on a different layer so that I can insert with way less problems. What are we dealing with here? So it shouldn't be as wide as I've made it, so we're just going to bring it in a little bit. Ba-ba-bum, ba-bum. Ba-bum. Ba-ba-bum, ba-ba-bum, ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. Ba-ba-bum. Ba-ba-ba-bum, ba-bum. Hmm. Alright, go right. Alright, let me sit down. Hmm. Hmm. Bum, ba, 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 la, ba, ba, bum, bum, bum. Hum. Hmm. Hmm? What am I looking at? I'm looking at a hand like this. Ba-ba-ba-bum. Ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. Um, what does hand look like at this angle? I can't twist my hand around to look at it, so this is... Hmm. What the heck does hand look like here? I'm gonna look for a reference. Let me see if I can find a reference. Um. Can I find reference for this? Bum, 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 bum. Hmm. Can I find the right hand reference here? What kind of angle am I actually at here? Do we want to split the fingers a little bit? Okay, I'm gonna get my water. Bum. Hum 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 hum. Actually, wait. I'm doing this the wrong angle to begin with. Hold up. Am I looking at it correctly? Hmm. Ba, 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 la, ba, bum, ba, ba, bum. Bup, 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 Hmm. Mm-hmm. What the heck am I doing? I should just need to go like over the top here, right? Like finger, like the knuckle or the finger like along here. Bup, 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 bum. Bup, bup, bum, bup, 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 bum. Bup, 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 bum. Bup, bup, bum. We just put the sleeve right over the top of this. Just roll it down so that's like, well, top of her stomach. Okay, do I want to do this on a different layer just so that I can do this independently to the hand? Yes. Okay, sleeve. So basically I want to just roll it over. So the end. Oh no, it doesn't have a doesn't pull it on the end, does it? Well, does it pull on the end? It does a little bit, right? A little bit. So we want to go right here. We'll just pull it back a bit, and then a bit more than that. So it shouldn't be as open as I'm making it. So we'll just go about to here, pull this out to about like here. Then we'll just bump this up a little bit to start off. Because this needs to be a little bit bulky, so we'll go ahead and go. Then we want to bring the sleeve like way over the top, so we just go like that. Pull it in like that. And then we'll just let this hang off her arm. Let's do it like that for now. So basically, this just goes over the arm and is here. This is okay for this part. We're not going to be seeing the rest of the her coat here, so it's pretty much fine if I just hang it off her arm like that, right? It's just the sleeve. Does this need to roll harder on her body? This could roll like just like hard roll over like that. So it's more around her arm and her body. Am I going to be able to see her belly button? Am I going to be able to see the top of her bikini bottom? No, right? It should, even with like the little bit that rides a bit higher on her hip, will be like about here. I think the way I've done it, her belly button should stick out just underneath the frame. Should be about like what, here. Well, I'll just draw it anyway. I'll let it right here. That's way too big. Should be somewhere around there. Then the actual swimsuit bottom is until like about here. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, how much does her lift upper arm matter? A bit. How's this gonna have to sit? We're gonna pull her shoulder up like that. Ba, ba, bum, ba, bum. Alright, I'll just leave it like that for now. Ba, bum, ba, bum. Ba, bum, ba, ba, bum. That's the upper arm, not lower arm. Just change that. Ba, ba, bum, ba, bum. Ba, ba, bum. How do we need this arm to work? Um, Honestly, this arm's not going to be visible ever, so we can't just have it be a single cylinder. Hmm. Bu- 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 bum. Bu- 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 bum. Might make some of the hair messy a bit. Alright, go folder. Up, up, bum, bup, bum, bup, bup, bum. Okay, I think I'm just gonna be lazy with how horrific this arm looks right now. We're just gonna put the other side of her coat over the top. Is that the same coat she wears over her China dress? It should be, right? I don't remember her having such a floral pattern. Well, it doesn't matter, the sleeve doesn't have it. So, let's go the sleeve. Bum, 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 bum. Why would you leave it like that for now? Alright, we'll go. We want to. I drew the hand like palm facing camera, but it really should be like knuckle facing camera, shouldn't it? Alright, how do we do this hand in? I'm gonna do it, so... Well, either way, I need to redraw a hand, so we're gonna go ahead and redraw a hand here. Bum. Hum. Bum. to be higher up, doesn't it? That needs to be higher up. You know what? I'm just gonna try and draw straight in because I make poor decisions. All right. Now I need to be able to move the Ideally, I want the... If I look at hand like this, what actually happens? Should be ring finger on... No, pinky should be front. Yeah, okay, let's not be so wild with it. Ideally, this needs to be up in N. This needs to be up in N. How insane does the hand look there? Because we won't be seeing the thumb at all. The thumb will be like coming through the back at most. Ideally, completely invisible. Is it easier to start the hand curled or is it easier to start the hand straight? Because if it's curled, I could just line the lines back up to kind of form the shape. If it's straight, then I have to figure out how to get the lines into place. if the end piece... Okay, I feel like for this, I only need the tip of the finger to be a separate piece. So we'll go... Actually... I feel like I should be able to bend it as long as I keep a vertice in place, right? I feel like I shouldn't be so ambitious because I need a shadow here. The shadow is not happening. Because the moment it pulls back, I need like a massive shadow, right? I think it's more realistic if this finger's already bent backwards. If I do it like this, then the tips of the fingers actually need to be behind all of the initial... Doesn't feel right. Yeah, the tip will have to be behind. Actually, no, it doesn't matter because the middle finger has to be in front in general anyway. Bum, ba, ba, bum, ba, 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 bum. Bum, ba, ba, bum, ba, ba, bum. Bum, ba, ba, bum, ba, ba, bum. Bum, ba, 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 bum, ba, bum. Okay, let's see. Pinky. I just did that in the wrong. Oh, whatever. Bum, 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 bum. How do I feel? Okay, okay, now the real question is, do I want to move her across a bit? Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Mm. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Don't need a version of her arm that's like down. You. Potential folder. Will this be the side you see the muscle on? It will be, right? Because this would be... Hold up. I'm gonna sleep down. Yeah, but this is where this muscle would be. Bup, bup. Bup, bup, bum. Bup, 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 bum, bup, bum, bup, bum. Right, put that into a folder. How do we need to do sleep here? We just go about sleep here. I think it's probably more sensible. Do I want to position her parasol, her umbrella behind her? Paper umbrella? It is paper, right? Bum, 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 bum. Just bring this down. Hello indeed. I am just freehanding this shape, so this is very off already. Alright, I'll just do it like that for now. We'll just fix that up a bit. I'll figure out the details of that at a later date. Alright, do I need her halo? Why is her halo shaped like that? How do you do her halo? Oh dear. Oh boy. Well, I'll figure that out at some later date. Let's get the glasses into her, into the swimsuit here as well then. Glasses should be on topper? No, not topper, I think. So the corner needs to be like right on top of the loop in the middle, which means that bu- 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 bum. Bu- 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 bum, bu- 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 bum, bu- bu- bum. So I'm gonna keep this as a single piece, so can get away with just bringing this through the bottom right. Oh, that's a text box. That's not what we're trying to do. Oh wait, okay. You do the underneath part completely separate, right? Because it needs to be shaded below the glasses as well. So we want so we want the bit that goes under to be on top because it has to hook over. But the other piece we'll do it the same way as this image where it is on the inside here. Forgot what these were called. What's this part of the glasses called? Okay, then this goes underneath the swimsuit. We go. I'll literally just take this and just actually. Can I just do this? Okay, we'll just live with that for now. Not the greatest, but it gets the job done. Alright, that is the time I have for the day, but that is also effectively all of Kisaki's parts. So, there's just a minor monstrosity I've created here for today. Let's see, how bad was it? I think we could work with that. Alright. Okay, so, I'm gonna try and fix up Shun next time. Basically, just the positioning of all the parts just need to change a bit. I will move her hip more to the side so that it's a bit easier for me to visualize, because right now I'm not visualizing. And then we'll work from there. Kokona should be less parts. She's basically just a background character. She's more or less extra because I just wanted a source of water gun squirt. So she's pretty much just thrown in there at this point. Very vaguely planned. So, see if I can figure out how to work in Shun's whole body. She does have to lean over because she's much taller than everyone here, which is not helping my ability to visualize the pose, but we'll see how that goes. Alright, so anyways, thank you very much for watching today's session of Line Out. We'll continue with the parts tomorrow. Once we work through all the parts, if it feels okay, then we'll move on to the coloring. It is all in single parts, so when it comes down to it, it is a little bit easier to fix if I had to fix stuff down the line, but hopefully we don't need to do that. But anyway, if you want to see more of this, remember to be subscribed or follow, depending where you're watching from. Leave a like, because it helps me out. I'll see you again next time.